Hey, this lens. Let's talk about it. This is my Sony 70 to 350 millimeter lens, and I like this lens. I don't love this lens, I like this lens. This lens has been with me for probably a year and a half, 2 years now, and it's enabled me to capture some incredible photos, including my favorite photo of all time, which I'll put right here, or just right here, like there. This is the photo that I'm talking about. This photo was taken at Bradgate Park a couple of years ago on this lens across the river of two deer as they were coming through the clearing of the forest. Awesome photo. I adore this photo. I think this is my favorite photo of all time that I have ever captured. I love it so much I even have a canvas of this photo in the kitchen because I just love it. I love this photo so much. If anybody ever asks me, Josh, what kind of photos have you ever captured? This is normally the photo that I've shown people, and people have been taken, they've had their breath taken away when they've seen this photo. I'm not trying to boast. I'm genuinely serious. People are very blown away when they see this photograph and they can't believe that I captured it, which I'm not sure if I should take that as a compliment or an insult, but either way, I'm happy. I'm the one who took this photo, and it is this lens that enabled me to take this photo. So thank you, lens. You helped me out a lot there. The lens itself, it is a pretty good lens, if I'm honest. It's a telephoto lens, of course it's good. It enables you to punch into things that are far away, allows you to capture that kind of wildlife photography that you normally wouldn't be able to get with a prime lens because, wildlife is sentient and can run away or fly away. And getting close with my 50mm on my Sony a7 IV, I'd have to get pretty close. And, birds don't like that, or large deer get a bit scary when you're up close. So, yeah, don't think I really want to get very close to those kinds of things, if I'm honest. But a telephoto lens enables you to get close without physically getting close. It's awesome. I love it. I love telephoto lenses. But this lens recently has been letting me down a lot, and I don't really know why. Now, I've been doing photography for quite a long time now, if I'm honest. I started all the way back in 2009, 2010 when my mom purchased my first camera for me at Christmas. A little Lumix G point and shoot thing. It was awesome. I loved that thing. Obviously, by today's standards, it's significantly and seriously out of date, but I adored that thing. That was the true beginning into my photography career. I loved that bloody camera. And now we're here today where I've got professional camera equipment and I'm out there taking photos every other day, and I absolutely adore photography and I'm never going to stop. But this lens has been letting me down recently. For some reason, whenever I'm using this lens, every single photo that I take is just not crystal clear anymore. I haven't dropped the lens, I look after my tech, and it's in pristine condition. And I'm pretty good at getting my settings on my camera dialed in so that everything is where it should be, making sure the shutter speed is nice and fast to freeze time, controlling the aperture, which is not easy on this lens, I'd like to point out. The dial that I would normally use on my camera for controlling focus or even the aperture is actually a different button for controlling the aperture on this lens. For example, my 50mm 1.2 aperture on my current camera, that is obviously fixed. It's a prime lens. It doesn't go any further or wider than 50mm. Controlling the aperture on that camera, on that lens, nice and easy. You actually do it on the lens. Not this one. You've got two kind of scrolly things on this lens. One, of course, makes it zoom in. The other one is if you're going to be in manual focus or not. I'm sure probably you could maybe alter a setting that allows you to control the aperture with this. I have no idea. But the aperture on this lens, it's okay, but nothing that I particularly love. I'm addicted to really strong depths of field, which is why I love my 1.2 aperture 50mm lens. That thing has some incredibly strong bokeh. I love that thing. This starts at 4.5. which already means most photos I'm going to be taking, if they aren't in perfect bright lighting conditions, they're going to be naturally darker than my current favorite lens. But it also goes all the way up to 6.3, which you have no control over if you're zooming in. The moment you zoom in, that aperture is going to go from 4.5 to 6.3, and you have no control over that. Now you can then drop that aperture back down if you want to, using your camera's one of the wheels or scroll things on your camera. But unfortunately, it also means you need to now drop your shutter speed down to get more light into your camera. You need to up your ISO to get more light into the camera. It's a whole dance and ballad with your camera. Frankly, I'm just not happy with the way that this lens operates anymore. I can't get clear photos with this camera anymore. Despite the fact that I've gotten some insane shots with this lens in the past, I think I was pretty lucky with those photos, if I'm honest. So it's finally come to the point where, because I'm simply not using this lens anymore, I'm not happy with this lens anymore, and it's not enabling me to get the shots that I want and that I can see in my noggin, it's time to get rid of it, because it's just sat here gathering dust. And I could probably get about £400 for this. And frankly, I'd rather sell it and get £400 that I can use for other things, rather than I not get £400 and this just sit on a shelf and gather dust and I don't ever use it. Because the few times that I've thought, hey, I can pull this lens out and try and get this awesome photo, I pull it out, put it on my camera, get the settings dialed in, take a photo, I zoom in, guess what? The subject's blurry. Or just not as sharp as what I would want it to be. And I hate it. It genuinely really annoys me. And that one thing I was trying to take a photo of is gone now. Could have been a nice bird, for example. But that bird has flown away. So I now can't get that photo again. And I've missed that opportunity. And this lens constantly at the moment is making me miss opportunities, because it just can't fulfill the role that I want it to fulfill. It's not allowing me to get the photos that I want to capture. And yet the lens that never lets me down is the lens that's on my camera at the moment. As I've said, it's the Sony G Master 50mm 1.2. This thing never, and I repeat, never lets me down. This thing is worth its weight in gold. It is incredible. I love this lens. I have captured some of my favorite photos on this lens as well. But the difference is I've only captured about 3 or 4 of my favorite photos on this lens. And yet my current favorite lens, my 50mm, I've captured hundreds of photos on this lens. And those photos are breathtaking. I adore them. For example, look at this shot that I got of my partner, Olivia, when we were at Ashby Show recently. And I love this shot. Look how crystal clear it is. Look at the bokeh in the background. It's just a gorgeous photo. I know she's probably going to hate me showing you this photo, but I think she's gorgeous and I love this photograph. And she also looks like a cowgirl. So I was, pretty happy about that. But this video, I didn't really have a script. I didn't have any kind of major plan. I just knew that I really wanted to talk about this lens, show the lens off, describe what the lens can do, and even show a couple of photos off maybe that I've gotten on this lens opposed to my 50mm, and the reasons why I'm getting rid of it. At the end of the day, it comes down to the fact that it's not a G Master telephoto lens. It's not got a very shallow depth of field, or not as shallow as what I would like. The aperture starts at 4.5. I like something that's far stronger than that, far lower, kind of, into the 2 or 1.2 range, if I'm honest, which is just like my 50mm. It can't get crystal clear photos anymore. No matter what I do, I just can't seem to be able to recreate those photos that I've captured in the past. So it's just gathering dust. I'm not using it, and whenever I have used it, it's just letting me down. So it's time to get rid of it. And one day, hopefully in the future, I'll be able to obtain a better telephoto lens. One of Sony's G Master lenses. Probably something that can go up to the 600mm range, which, I would adore that lens. I've seen it on their website. Yes, it's very expensive, but when it comes to cameras and lenses, Sometimes you have to spend a lot of money to get that professional quality, to get that tool that enables you to capture the things that you want to capture. And this just can't do that anymore. So thank you everybody for watching. Anybody who did watch, let me know if you've ever experienced either this lens or a lens like it, or if you're just interested in cameras or lenses, period. Or if you can even give me some tips and tricks as to maybe where I'm going wrong. I'm welcome to suggestions. I'm happy to take any advice or feedback. Frankly, I know I'm pretty good at photography. I get told that now and I'm starting to realize it, but I'm not letting it go to my head. I still think there's plenty of people out there that are better than me. But when it comes to using this lens, I've captured some amazing photos on this lens. I do tend to know what I'm doing. So I think it's just situational and luck really now, and my luck has run out with this lens and it just can't fulfill its job, its role, its purpose anymore. It just keeps letting me down. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to be talking about film cameras. I can't believe I'm actually going to be going back to film. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.